Hello, my name is Amber Bugno. This is my persuasive speech, and it is on whether marijuana is really legal. In the last 17 years, the DEA has conducted 528 raids. 270 of them have been since Obama administration has taken office. The federal government has allowed the decriminalization, which by Webster's online dictionary is defined as to repeal or reduce the strict ban while keeping under a form of regulation, not legalize it, which is obviously to make legal or valid without sanction. So the federal government has allowed local governments, meaning state and counties, to decriminalize the use of marijuana, 22 states medically, and most recently 2 states recreationally. However, this does not mean that it has been legalized. In fact, the federal government has continued to prosecute for marijuana activities. Now, this is an important topic because local governments and the media have made the general public believe that marijuana is actually legal. But after much research, I've learned that it has been decriminalized, and the average citizen crossing county lines may not understand that even if they have a small amount of marijuana on them, that they could be prosecuted just for possessing any amount of marijuana, even if the state has it legalized. Now, the average citizen needs to know which side of the law they're on. All aspects of the governments need to be on the same page. Now, we have to come together, write our congressmen and women, senators, governors, and any other government officials, get petitions signed, because we need to get all aspects of the government on the same page. That way, everyone knows where they stand when it comes to marijuana. Now, marijuana wasn't always illegal. In fact, it used to be made into other materials such as cloth fibers. However, in 1930, the Federal Bureau of Narcotics was formed, and then in 1937, marijuana was made illegal. And that was made illegal to grow, to prescribe, or to dispense. They also categorized it as a Schedule I narcotic. So it being categorized as a Schedule I would mean it has a potential for addiction, it has no accepted medical use, and there's a lack of recommended safety, and that being they weren't certain of the dosage. The problem with this, the decriminalization, is that medical marijuana or marijuana is not actually consistent with the regulations. So this varies from county to county, from city to city, and state to state. The regulations that aren't consistent consist of residency, the possession, the distribution, and the growth. And this can be the type, the quantity, or whether it is residential or commercial. It's not just the individuals that are being prosecuted for their participation in legal marijuana activities. Local governments cannot make anyone partake in those activities that are considered breaking federal law. So these dispensaries that are legitimate businesses are having trouble with funding. Normal companies can get business or company credit cards or bank loans, whereas dispensaries you have to raise their funds other ways, so private sponsors and things along that line. There are many different regulations per state, per city that carry any amount of marijuana can put someone at risk to be arrested. Even in states where marijuana activities have been, again, decriminalized, one can be arrested, prosecuted, and sentenced. And this isn't only for the consumers, but also for the law enforcement officers, where the confusion starts. So I spoke to Michigan narcotics officer, Daniel Gallich, and even amongst the officers, they had a problem keeping up with whether the residents had to have a license, whether licensed residents from other states could purchase, depending on what county they were on, and all the different regulations that go for the dispensaries. Sherry Floor was a co-founder in a dispensary in Montana. Her husband, who she co-founded the dispensary with, he had suffered from hepatitis C, diabetes, and osteoporosis. Now, he died in prison serving a 5-year sentence. Jerry Duvall, also, he was from Michigan and a cultivator. He's now serving 10 years, and his son is serving 5. Now, with all of these examples, they claim that they were following the state laws and well within their rights to do whatever it was that they were doing and prosecuted for. And there are many examples that can be found on America's For Safe Access website. Now, this site was sponsored by patients and caregivers. It was founded in 2012 when the Bush administration started having raids for medical marijuana facilities. It provides useful information such as legal guidance and support. There has actually been an amendment introduced into the House of Representatives. It was introduced in February of 2013, and it was labeled H.R. 499. What they are looking to do is they're looking to revise the scheduled categories. So they're looking to change marijuana from not being a Schedule I narcotic. They also want to revise or redefine the felony drug offense that marijuana is categorized as. And they're looking to eliminate marijuana cultivation and distribution penalties. So the steps have already been put in place. All we have to do as citizens is demand the push. So what needs done? We need to petition. We need to petition the governors. We need to petition the senators and representatives. And they actually have petitions on the White House website. It's whitehouse.gov, where you can sign for or against certain petitions that are on the that are being looked at or being looked into revising. Now, the federal government has allowed the individual states and counties to decriminalize marijuana, not legalize it. This to me is the same as when a child doesn't get the results from one parent and goes to the other parent to get what it actually wants. And like with parenting, all government bodies need to be put onto the same page. The benefits, it will involve everyone. If one part of the government allows and benefits from it, they all should. Now, I'm not taking the stance where it says legalize medical versus recreational. That's not the point that I'm making here. The point that I'm making is that all governing bodies need to be consistent. That's it. Thank you.